Hey, Pastor Steve here, Elder Brent Whitney. We're here to share with you the beginning of a conversation that we promised you 2 months ago. Brent, why don't you take it away?
This is actually an ongoing conversation about the roof replacement for this project. It started several years ago. Owning any property, you have maintenance and upkeep. So while the roof is a larger replacement cost, the conversations have started with the finance committee and with the elders and trying to how and when to do that.
Many years ago. Right.
The hope was to have the mortgage paid off and then be able to address the roof. The Draco storm that came through the end of July pushed the roof replacement to the front burner, and we need to get it taken care of sooner than later. Current plans are to try to be able to replace this coming spring. Right now what we're working on is trying to pull bids together. So when the storm came through, we had called the insurance company. They had sent an adjuster out. He'd surveyed the roof. Insurance company had made a proposal back to us. So we have that in hand. We're soliciting bids. We're looking at other options for other materials, even with what we're doing.
Right.
But once we get the numbers together, then we can sit down and explore what is possible and what's not.
We have some loose numbers, and those loose numbers, if we were to present those to you at this point, we'd probably have to backpedal in a couple of months. But we do have some numbers that we're starting to work with. But the important information that we want you to know is just that the process began, the conversation started, and you're a part of that conversation, right?
It is.
Yeah.
If you have any questions about the process,
Exactly.
Find an elder and ask them what's going on with the process. Once we have the numbers assembled, we'll share those. Until
For
then, again, as Steve was saying, it's probably inaccurate information, and we don't want to share something that's inaccurate.
And we do have 3 things that we're asking of you, okay? The first one is just prayer. We're asking all of our members at Rising Sun, or even those who aren't even members, but you're affiliated with us somehow, you're watching this video, we covet your prayers. We know that this is a big undertaking, that this could really stretch us not only financially, but relationally. Anytime any church in history has ever gone through some construction project, it seems like that Satan loves to have a heyday with that. So just commit yourselves and your family to prayer during this season. Another thing that we're asking from you is just commitment. We're asking that you be a part of the solution, not a part of the problem. There's always going to be people who criticize or complain or throw stones or we're not doing it right or what about this, and don't be those people. Make a commitment to guarding the integrity of the process and being protective of each other and those involved, all right? Don't be a critic, be a compliment to what's happening. And then the third big ask that we would really request of you is that you would just trust us, that you would trust us in the process. I think that we've shown ourselves to be trustworthy in this entire process, all the way back to 4 or 5 years ago when we started having these conversations with leadership. We're prepared for this situation, not to the point that we want to be, but we're more prepared than we ever were back then. And we told you 2 months ago that we'd bring you into the conversation. You're a part of these conversations, and you'll continue to be a part of that conversation. So just trust that your leadership here at Rising Sun have your best interest in mind. We're not going to make, I guess you could say, Rambo decisions down the road. We want your partnership. So just trust us in that. Those are the big 3 things that you can do for us. Pray, commit, and trust. And then I just want to say thanks to Brent for taking a little time out of his day, and even not just out of his day, but you've committed to being a part of this process from the beginning, and you're going to see it to completion. So Brent's going to be kind of our point here. So thanks for being point, but thanks more than that for just having this conversation with us. And thanks for watching.
There's a lot of people involved, so it's just not myself. There are many other people involved with this roof replacement project. And the elders are a big piece of that, the finance committee,
yes,
and other individuals.
And deacons that we've got now too.
Be a little patient, but there's more information to come, and we're going to be glad to share it, but we want to make sure it's solid when we do.
Ask questions, be involved. Thanks.
Thank you.